With Elite Specializations back on the table, the announcement of higher quality stories, larger feature-complete maps, and a range of system reworks and updates, excitement for the next expansion is growing. Who will get each Elite spec? Are we revisiting Alona? And how will this first storyless quarterly patch look? Well, as promised, the drip feeding of information has come to an end, so sit back and relax as we delve deep into today's blog post. Announcing Guild Wars 2 Visions of Eternity. Today we're thrilled to announce our next expansion and its release date. Guild Wars 2 Visions of Eternity launches on October 28, 2025, and like the previous two expansions, will bring with it a year of story chapters and 3 major content updates. We'll be sharing tons of additional details between now and launch. Turns out the timer in the Wizard's Vault was pretty accurate. Following this, we have a short announcement trailer that I'll let play for you now.
Whatever the Inquest are searching for, we need to find it first.
These fools have no idea the power that's buried here. The ley energies on Castora flow in abundance. The wildlife is vicious. Finding the future requires exceptional vision. We will use every tool at our disposal. After this is done, they'll remember us forever.
First of all, I've got to say the visuals of this place are beautiful. I've always been weak for pirates and beach themes, so I'm well catered to here. Perhaps we can finally get another of our famous crash landings, since it's been 2 expansions since we've done that. 2 other things of note that don't come up later in the blog. It looks like we'll be travelling with Saida the Sly and Rytlock Brimstone. Happy to see my guy out of his domestic lockdown, though I do wonder what attracts the char to the island. Saida, on the other hand, has close relations to Alona and our fan favourite Canark, so I wouldn't be surprised if we get to see him pop up this expansion. If I were a betting man, which I am, I'll pop up images of my posted predictions for this expansion as we go, I'd say our companions for this story will be Rytlock, Bram, Saida and Canark, along with our Wizard's Court usuals. You can call me out on that later. Also, I'm delighted to see Isgaran still with us. He's still the best recent addition to the cast, even with his sometimes shaky presentation. Adventure on an unknown island. Tyria's leaders are anxious about rumours of covert Inquest voyages launched in search of Castora, an island so remote it's been long thought to be inaccessible or even non-existent. The risk involved prevents all but the most tenacious or perhaps foolhardy of pursuers from investigating the Inquest's plan. Your race to discover the Inquest plot will lead you across 2 new open-world regions at launch, each filled with magical energies and strange creatures. 2 additional maps will open as the story continues over the course of the year. The Guild Wars 2 Visions of Eternity will be releasing story chapters different than what we've done for the previous 2 expansions. This is referring to From the Wilds to What's Next, a blog in which ArenaNet said this. For our next expansion, we're refining that release structure to give each update more depth and impact. The first quarterly release after the expansion's launch will not include new story or map content. Instead, it will focus on updates to core systems and long-standing features. This approach gives us the space to revisit foundational elements of the game, improvements that support the long-term health of Guild Wars 2. This doesn't bother me too much. I trust they'll be adding enough stuff outside of the story to keep us engaged, and with what's coming up later in this blog, it seems we have lots to work towards. Expansion features. New Elite Specializations. Elite Specializations are back. Influences from members of the Tyrian Alliance bring new ways to play each of our 9 professions. In Guild Wars 2 Visions of Eternity, you'll experience new trait lines, profession mechanics, and healing utility and elite skills, adding many new ways to play your character. From August 20th to 27th, we're holding an in-game preview week for you to beta test all of the elite specializations. When that preview arrives, we'll ask for your feedback to help us take each elite specialization through the polish phase and into launch. All players with Guild Wars 2 accounts in good standing may participate in the preview. We'll be back next week to kick off a series of blogs and live streams to talk about the elite specializations in great detail. Stay tuned. It seems we've got a few previews of our elite specs already, our most obvious being the Bard spec being for Mesmer. I'm sort of hoping this elite spec uses kits so we get some extended time with the instruments. This was my first false prediction. I had been betting this spec would come for Thief because the idea of playing notes within a kit to different skills sounded like a fun idea that would work well with the initiative system. But hey, Mesmer's a great choice for it, and my Bard Char is happy that he now gets to be a Bard. We do get a few shots of what look like other elite specs in the trailer, perhaps confirming the Firefox elite spec for Elementalists, but it's still a little too early to be sure. I'm not really a Build Wars 2 type player, so if I come back to cover these reveal blogs, I'll have to figure out how to add a more interesting spin. That, or I can just read them to you. If you have any ideas on that front, please post them below. Continuing on, Skimmer Mastery. In Guild Wars 2 Visions of Eternity, the Skimmer mount will be featured with new and updated mechanics. Hover, dive, and soar faster than ever before as you explore dangerous and beautiful environments of Kastora. I don't think anyone called this. While I didn't post it publicly, my bets had been on the Siege Turtle getting a redo. Of all the mounts it seemed the least used, and the idea of reworking it with a sailing pirate theme got me excited. Still, the Skimmer's one of the best mounts in the game, so further additions can't be a bad thing. I love its cannon fire from the trailer. Anything with silly laser noises works for me. Raids and combat. In 2026, raids and strikes will be unified under the same structure, improving access for new players and streamlining rewards. We're also investing in systems to help facilitate group content, which we'll talk about more in the future. 2 new raid encounters, including challenge modes and legendary mode, will be added in the minor updates to Guild Wars 2 Visions of Eternity next year. In addition, a new Convergence and Fractal with Challenge mode will also release in the final expansion update next year, giving players lots of obstacles to tackle and overcome. So here we have it. Finally, it seems we're removing the term strike missions. Overall, that's much better for the game. To the general public, strikes means nothing, so the combining of these systems should be good. I'm also hoping that means there's some sort of new LFG system in the works. The game really needs it. I've been a player from launch and I'm quickly approaching the 17,000 hour playtime point, but I hardly engaged with instance content. Anything that makes getting into it smoother without having to memorize a bunch of acronyms or join Discord sounds great to me. Also, I'm taking this as a correct prediction from me. I'll take it where I can get it. Legendary treasures. Over the course of the expansion and its subsequent content updates, players can pursue 6 new legendary items. 3 new weapons, a ring, an accessory, and the long-requested Aqua Breather. Now, this is why I'm not too worried about the story breaking for the first quarterly patch. Even if we can farm some items ahead of time, which is something they should stop us being able to do, I doubt people will get far enough ahead to fund the creation of numerous legendaries at once. Even if it turns out I don't like any of the weapons they add, I'll have at least 3 legendaries I'll be making this year. Good luck to all of you. A new Homestead. Players who own both Guild Wars 2 Janthiel Wilds and Visions of Eternity will get to unlock a whole new Homestead map. You'll be able to save your decoration layout and freely swap between the Janthier and Castorian maps with the new layout feature. We'll share more information about the Homestead and layouts in the coming months. Another point for me, it seems. It's a shame that the Homesteads are still bound to Janthiel Wilds, though I do understand wanting to make that extra buck. Gotta respect the game even if I don't like it. Homestead layouts have been something I've been craving for a while now. Knowing I'm not locked into my current one is a massive system improvement which will hopefully open up opportunities for creativity. I wouldn't be surprised if we only get 2 layouts at launch though. Be ready for this to be another gem store system, much like build templates. Other rewards. The Wizard's Vault will continue to offer new seasonal rewards for players to earn as they play through the expansion. New relics will bring players more opportunities for their builds and combat capabilities. And of course, you'll be able to earn new armor, weapons, recipes, emotes, and more. Emotes! The easiest way for ArenaNet to get into my wallet. And it looks like they'll be giving me more of it for free. One of the things I think Secrets of the Obscure did better than Janthea Wilds was having new emotes rewarded at the end of large achievements or side stories. To me at least, they're a great motivation to work through side content, so anything that pushes more people to do that is great. As we all know, the expansion's up for pre-order now, so far be it from me to skip their little sales pitch. Pre-purchase bonuses available now. Pre-purchasing any edition of Guild Wars 2 Visions of Eternity before the expansion launches at approximately 9 AM Pacific Time on October 28, 2025 comes with 3 rewards. The exclusive Plumed Commodore's Hat Helm skin, the exclusive Eternal Alchemist title, and a box with your choice of chromatic resin weapon skins. Check the description for a link to the purchase page. Might as well lend them a hand on that front. And with that we have one final announcement that will save me at least a lot of time. Fashion forward. We have one final feature that will launch in one of the major updates to Guild Wars 2 Visions of Eternity next year and will be available to all players regardless of expansion ownership. Fashion templates. Fashion templates function similarly to build and equipment templates, allowing players to save a template of the aesthetic features of their armor, trinkets, back item, and infusions. We'll share more information here in the future about fashion templates and all the other features coming with Guild Wars 2 Visions of Eternity. It'll be a busy summer as we prepare to set sail for Castora, so stay tuned for more information. I've loved the Legendary Armory, but skins not being bound to the items has been one of the system's pain points for me, so this system getting an update to quickly reapply things is perfect for me. So it seems that's all we have for today. Not every question was answered, but we do have 3 more months to fill. With that and an Elite Spec preview event coming up in August, I think the time will fly. As you may have been able to tell on account of having not seen me before, I'm new to this space. This channel was mostly set up to do deep dives into the hidden journals and stories that happen in the background of these expansions, so if you're interested in that, I've worked on 2 videos covering Cardicus's journey into Janthea, so if that piques your fancy, I'd really appreciate you checking them out. I'll hopefully be back soon to cover the Elite Spec blogs and to continue Cardicus's story, so don't forget to subscribe to not miss any of that. Thanks for tuning in. This should be an exciting time for the game, so I'm sure I'll catch you soon. Be well.